What up with it, y'all? It's Coffee on the Vid and Antonio Brown, man. The guy's a character. What more can you say? You know, anytime this dude hits the news cycle, I shouldn't say anytime. Let's say 98.957% of the time, or no, 99.957% of the time, it's absolute fluckery. And a lot of the times lies or trolling. Like AB is just fell from grace in so many ways, man. And he was such a blessed guy in a lot of ways, man, to get exited out of the NFL the way that he did and to have people campaigning for him to bring him back and to get a ring only to turn around and lie on those individuals, try and pull this whole viral campaign when he ran off the field and parlayed into this rap career. And we got to say that before we move on at all anymore. AB, you suck as a rapper. You do, man. Like that turn that ish on, garbage. He tried so hard to make that a viral thing and everything, man. In a lot of ways, Antonio Brown is like a wannabe of the Black Adam 22. Seriously. He tried to do some old goofy ass fake beef with Adam 22 to get on the podcast and thought that he should get a check as well, which is kind of like coinciding with Adam. Like, yo, Adam, even though you got this big platform, no one respects you. No one thinks you're like a great journalist or anything like that. At one point in time, people probably did with all the early iconic interviews he's had and whatnot. But over the years, he's just turned it into culture vulturing, Jerry Springer, weirdo porno stuff. You know what I mean? And that's the other way. He's on some wannabe Adam 22-ish. He kept trying to leak porno-ish, whether it was his own explicit stuff AB did, or it was that he snuck a porn star girl into his room. That was whole part of the viral campaign when he quit as well. They're like, oh, remember this girl? She licked the toilet seat and she's an ex-worker. I snuck her in my room when we're not supposed to have like the game that he quit. I had this Thoughtarella in my room. You know what I mean? If the clock strikes 12 and she isn't escorted back to Thought City, the village of thoughtiness. What happened to Cinderella? She turned to a pumpkin, or her jump off that she rode in would turn into a pumpkin or something. If you don't have Thoughtarella back, she turns into just a giant cold sore or herpes. Like, real talk, AB, man, get yourself some help. Well, I think it's too late for that. I think this guy is really troubled in all seriousness. But with all that being said, I can't front. He did make me laugh with this one. As you see, he said, Caitlin Clark looks like, you know, she don't keep the bush trimmed. We'll put it like that, right? Y'all see what it says, though, man. And I was just like, man, where does this guy come up with this? What made him think of that? And that's what someone said right away in the comments, like, yo, why would you even be thinking of that? Then someone else said, delete this, like this just ain't it. Someone was saying that AB was stealing jokes. Is that a joke he stole from somewhere? The old get the bush whacker out or what? Paige Kennedy, shout out to Paige Kennedy, man. Weeds, Blue Mountain State was another classic. A lot of cool ish he's been on. And then I didn't know right away a few years back that he was like rapping and in some way kind of affiliated with Eminem and everything like that. And I'm not going to say his music was fire, but like he has some going there. He's got some talent, man. Shout out to Paige Kennedy. But he's like, yo, is this cancelable if I laugh at this? Like, because we don't even know these days, man, with the whole lines blurred in so many ways to really put it plain and simple. He's like, this is funny, but I'm scared to laugh at it, you know, because it was just such a bizarre tweet talking about Caitlin Clark's bush. And you see one dude said, man, AB really has went from a Hall of Famer to, he says, a gooner. I'm saying a goofy, a goofball, lame Jane, bozo, get him a red nose and a red pair of clown shoes. You know what I mean? Like, AB's just goofied out these days. He's done stunt after stunt after stunt. Like, it's just got so stale to me. But again, this was funny. This did make me crack up because I won't say, comment if you believe that that's facts. You feel the same way. Like, yeah, I think she does have some old raggedy, unkept bush going on at all times. Someone said, yo, she looks like she would trim it and it would just grow right back. Like within 30 minutes flat, the bush would be fully grown back. That cracked me up, man. And then you got cats talking about the CTE, and for real, everyone, dead serious comment. If you think a part of what happened with AB, like I'm getting on him because at the end of the day, man, he still can get his ish together, but most definitely he's troubled. And I personally think it does come from the CTE, man. Y'all remember those games? Who put that hit on him like that? That hit stick, that, hell, you talk about a career ender. That could have been a life ender the way he got his cranium rocked. And another dude says, yeah, this ain't my AB. Like, he's just a whole different person. But this was pretty comical, pretty funny. Maybe AB should do stand up. Fuck the rap stuff. Like, it's bad, man. And all the viral goofball ish you do and the lies you do is bad too. But this was like funny. And I mean, yo, to do start out doing stand up, what do they only do originally? 5 or 10 minutes of material, maybe 15. Have a couple good punchlines and go out there and improvise. Like, you're a wacky, zany son of a bitch, man. Like we're talking about, and all the people are talking about it in the replies on this. Like, AB done lost his damn mind. He's out of his rabbit ass mind. I feel like the world of comedy suits him so well. Let me know if you feel the same way. But as I was saying, there is some about Caitlin Clark. I can't really put my finger on it, what exactly it is. I don't know that I'd say she has, it's like she looks like she has that unkept bush, but she has some kind of weird look about her. I don't know, man. I just can't quite put it together. So let me know your thoughts about the vibe you get from Caitlin Clark and what and how she looks to you. But man, if you can see, probably what inspired Antonio Brown to throw this tweet out there is Caitlin Clark, man. Major news just went down. If you guys saw a little while back, as she, like, all-time scoring GOAT in college is a big deal. Everyone found out she was going to declare for the draft this year.
On the night it happened, I'm not sure exactly who we were playing, but I was hoping that Indiana got the first pick. It would have made my life a lot better. So when I saw that, I was pretty excited. And, obviously that's not every single reason of, why I wanted to leave and, be done with college. I think, I was just ready for a new challenge and something new in my life. Felt like I kind of had done everything at Iowa that I possibly could, and we did a lot of amazing things. But to be able to come here and stay in the Midwest, and, it's only 5 hours from Iowa City, 7 hours from where I grew up. You can't script it any better. So it was really a no-brainer for me. There's just so much talent on this roster, and I'm very thankful. Obviously, Aaliyah has been one of my teammates before with USA Basketball, and I know firsthand how great she is. And obviously, Erica Wheeler, somebody that's been having my back, and we're not even really teammates yet. So I can't, I'm super excited about that. So I'm a vet, somebody that's been in the league for a really long time, and obviously, as a point guard, you need somebody to lean on and, have your back and ask questions. I don't have all the answers. Not everything's going to be perfect. So going to need people like that to surround myself with. And I think this, organization and this team is, the perfect example of that.
Then Ice Cube switched the game up and offered her 5 M's. I thought he just offered her 5 M's, and it was wild because you're like, how is that going to work? Is she going to be a female playing against dudes? Because she'd be the first female. They don't have a flat out female division. I guess they want to do that at some point in time or whatever. But in the meantime, I guess it'd just be her playing against dudes. And then it's crazy. How many games is a Big 3 season? Because they're talking about, I never followed the Big 3 like I wanted to, man. Shout out Ice Cube. I respect what he's doing and that he's not quitting him. It's not easy for him to go up against the NBA. They're making it hard for him in a lot of different ways. Pause. But it just didn't catch my excitement the way that I thought it would when I first heard about it coming out. But he's still pushing on, still keeping it alive. But how many is, it's not an 8-game season, right? So why is she getting a 5 minute? I wonder if there's some kind of typo in this press release saying that the offer is still on the table, $5 million for 8 games. We're hearing in the WNBA, the most someone gets paid is like $250,000 a year. So it seemed like it was a no-brainer for her to go with the big three, but that wasn't the case, man. She said she's going to do the WNBA thing. As y'all heard, you guys heard her speech and all that, number one draft pick with the Indiana Fever, and they just made some other really big draft selections. So a lot of people are projecting them already to, like, the draft went very well for them. So they're like a shoo-in. A lot of people are feeling already just from this point on to break their 7-year playoff drought. Man, I remember when I was locked up in the county jail a couple months when I was younger, there was a dude that, like, yo, he was a diehard WNBA fan. He watched every game, man. I remember, too, dude had some kind of status because he was on crutches. Wasn't even mobile like that, but people still respected him running the TV, man. And when the WNBA was on, it was on, man. He wasn't flucking around. He was playing no games. But real talk, everyone out there, like, do you watch the WNBA? Do you fluck with it? I remember when I was a kid when it first jumped off with, who was that? Rebecca Lobo, Lisa Leslie and all them. The New York Liberty. Was it the LA Sparks? I know Vegas has a team now. I feel like they either won the finals or went to the finals a couple years ago. But getting back to Caitlin Clark, this is like a good fit for her geographically. It's near her hometown. You heard her breaking it all down. She's loving it, man. But what I wonder and want to know, because even though she's drafted by the Indiana Fever with the number one pick, it's just like back in the day when, like, for instance, Jim Kelly with my Bills, when he went to, what was it, the USFL or the World Football League or whatever it was and played for the Houston Gamblers, his, rights to draft him still happen in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? And the Bills drafted him. That's why when the other league folded and he came back, he had to play for the Bills. The Bills owned his rights. What I'm getting at is, like, we see that a lot of times too with guys who get drafted in MLB but end up playing in the NFL, like where only a couple guys played both, obviously, primetime Deion Sanders and Bo Jackson, man. But what I'm getting at is, in a way, these leagues are rivals, but they're not. And I'm just wondering, I don't know if anyone can help me figure this out. Does the WNBA and Big Three, do the seasons go on at the same time? Because if not, I'm wondering, could she double dip and sign the Big Three $5 million deal? Because reportedly, you see what it is. They're saying that deal is still on the table. So if the seasons don't go at each other, could she sign deals in both and play in both leagues? Because that would be amazing, man. It just seems so wild that she is not going to sign that $5 million deal. But I wonder if she could double dip, But yeah, man, that's major sports history in the making, man. Everyone's been wondering what will happen with her in the WNBA, the draft, everything, and then AB. Like I said, this guy's burnt out and fried, like those old videos back in the day. Like, this is your brain on drugs. AB's rocking like that all the time. He's fried, but he hit well with this one. And again, that's why I say AB, fluck the rap, get into the stand-up world. Again, comment and let me know if y'all agree. Whack 100, who's a cold buster, and I don't fluck with him at all, but he does make good points sometimes. And when he does give takes that I'm like, okay, I'm flucking with that, I got to keep it a buck with my commentary, Like, I ish on him oh so often because he's always doing goofball ish that he deserves to get ished on for. But when he's spitting some ish, I got to give him props on it. And Crip Mac, he kept saying Crip Mac should be doing stand-up comedy, and Wack really did with Nick Cannon and whatnot have the connections to get him in the comedy world. But Crip Mac want to be a rapper, and it's cool and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had some songs, and some of the songs, even, go figure, are funny, right? But it's like, Crip Mac, no one's taking you seriously as a rapper. But now, at this point, it's kind of moot because we know he just copped out to those federal gun case, man, about to get case laid with some time. I think his sentencing is only a couple of months away, man. That case moved very fast. Sometimes in Fed cases take years. This one was over with the quickness. They just got to go have sentencing. I forget if he's going to get a nickel or get 10 years. I don't know. will he still have the momentum behind him when he comes back home? We'll have to wait and see. But my point was, I think Wack was right about that. Like, tap in and let me know, y'all, if you guys think you could see Crip Mac doing stand-up and Antonio Brown. You should do the same thing. Wack was fucking with AB, too. Who knows what happened with that, man? AB just seems like a hard guy to work with, man. Anyone who ever flux with him, they fall out. He's just a pathological liar on so many levels, man. But that's going to do it for this one. Tap in, comment, let me know what you think about all that. The Bush. Oh, yeah, just a funny combo. I'm not even going to say it in this one, man. I was going to share like a little personal anecdote from my life when it comes to Bush. But I thought it would be funny to share with y'all earlier on, but now I'm like, but if anyone does make it this far in the video and you are intrigued to hear that, comment and let me know. And let me know what you think about everything else we touched on, man. God bless. Let's talk in the comments. Subscribe and stay tuned for more Guys' Coffee. And I'm about here. Peace.